Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Here you are.
The day starts, and I spend it with Yufa, as we're worried for the people in that church. We sense something is amiss. When we got there, that's when we're blamed for something that happened. They're gone as they believe her for taking them. We're shocked as the lady heard what happened. Yufa insulted Sanctism, and he went into a rage. We're shocked by this, only wanting to help, as Ovi gets mad, asking for her to bring her mother back. The lady continues on with her spiel that the church tells them, calling her people devils. But they're beyond talking at this point, as we leave for the time being. As she's shocked they treated me as bad as her, admitting if anything happened to me, she would cast a lifelong curse on them. That's a bad idea, Yufa, but thanks for the help, even if she was joking. But admits that she could see the fear in their eyes. When they were crowded her, she could sense the magla. She hesitated. It felt like they were possessed. I think even if they see her as a devil, we need to break them out of this at once. She admits I'm unshaken. She never felt any sense of hesitation from me, calling it admirable, while she worries and always trying to look for answers. Though I don't see that as a wrong thing. We're always looking for answers, though she accepts that her fate is to never change. Her destiny was to be born a princess and die one. However, she's starting to think her fate can be bent to her will. After all, it was by chance that she met them, and she cares what happens to them, wanting to transform their source of strength for the better. I can agree with that, saying that we should help them. She thanks me for that, as a bongo stronger. We can't help them for now though, as we know not where they are, so that's a future thing to worry about as we head back to Altabury. Before I did anything, I gave the soldier the baton, and thankfully it was enough for him to snap out of his pretend world where he believed he had a chance against Luis. So that's one less soul to worry about on my shoulders as I spend the night with Heismay. It's been a while, but we're here to recover Heismay's son's ashes, as Heismay says by Tadari's account they weren't in the village. He searched all he could with no sign, though it must have been a villager who did it. They must have hid it somewhere it wouldn't be found. He's thinking where it could have been. I say it might have been buried. Heismay thinks that if that were to happen, there would be traces of that, and wouldn't have escaped Tadari's eyes. He thinks like a villager. They disagree with Tadari. They aren't confident speaking loudly about it, and suddenly they find themselves with the urn. They take the bones and hurry outside the village, a mere act of impulse. He believes he may find a trace of that as we go down on a path of his old village, and sure enough, that shadow card instincts worked like a charm, as he found it safe and sound, happy it all worked out. I say his deductions were perfect. He replies whatever it takes to hold his son once more, adding he was placed haphazard in a shadow of a tree, easily found, which he believes it to mean that they didn't wish for it to be lost forever, knowing that if he doesn't bury his son here, that will satisfy them. But thinks that if that is how it should end, I think we should find the culprit. But he sees little gain in that, believing that the villagers need to be confronted. They don't want his son buried here, they should have just said it. Perhaps they could work together to find a mutual satisfaction. But they staked no claim and hid themselves, demonstrating cowardice to someone deemed an outsider. It's a tendency that burns deep, but the village's isolation has increased by dramatically believing if it continues, their trade and relations will never recover. Thinking of the children and not wanting them to suffer, I say that we should talk to them, if not just for the kids. We should just work together to see a solution can be found. And with that, we have a mission to do next time. We're here as a bongo stronger. And we leave for now.